Hello, I'm Kevin Benedict, Digital Transformation Analyst here at Cognizant, and I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I write and teach a lot about the concept of digital transformation. Why am I spending time on that area? I see digital transformation as really the umbrella concept of everything that's being impacted and changed by mobility, by social collaboration technologies, by analytics and big data, by cloud, by the Internet of Things. I bunch all of that up and put it into the context of digital transformation. And what I'm seeing out there, and what we're all seeing out there, I mean, it's not just Cognizant that sees this. Forrester, Yankee Group, Gartner, IDC, everybody in Aberdeen and others, all of us are seeing how so much of what's going on in the business is being impacted by these digital transformations. Let's start out today by giving you what I believe is a definition, at least it's a working definition that I use for digital transformation. It is the application of digital technologies in a manner that enables new types of innovation, business models, behaviors, products, and services. Often, digital transformations disrupt the status quo and the accepted best practices in a particular business. I see this so immensely, or intensely, I should say, in the banking industry now, where mobile apps are replacing physical bank branches in the retail environment. Matter of fact, since the 90s, foot traffic into the average bank branch has diminished by over 85%. Why? Why would you go into a bank when there's an ATM in the grocery store? Why would you go to the bank when you can do transactions, when you have direct deposit, when you can pay your bills all on your laptop, your tablet, or your mobile device? So that is an example of how the digital world is actually replacing much of the physical world. Let's also look at this in the context of things like physical assets and infrastructure, like bridges. Matter of fact, I wrote an article this week about 3D laser scanners that can be aimed at a giant bridge that crosses a river, and that laser can completely take a laser imagery by scanning that bridge to scale very precisely, and then you can upload that into your computer system. That allows you to almost have a digital blueprint then, if you would, a digital representation of a physical asset. But once that asset is digitalized, you can then start tagging and identifying maintenance and service down to the iron beam, the weld in the beam, the bolts in the beam. When was that painted? When was it repaired? Who is the person that did it? What are the service level agreements associated with that iron beam? Where was it manufactured? How long is it supposed to last? How strong is it? So every component of that bridge, once it's been 3D laser scanned and it's in the computer, you can visualize it and see every point of service, the exact location. All of this information can be wrapped around in a code halo, if you would. That bridge then has a code halo of digital content that you can use to then build new service level agreements, so you can put service schedules together, so you can assign people to go do that work, and various contractors that may need to come and work on that. You can prioritize that and visualize it, because you've taken that physical bridge, made it digital, and built all kinds of electronic digital services and products and services around that. That's another example. You know, digital transformation is shaking up businesses. It's one of the biggest concerns out there. Let me give you some data on that. Recently, Cognizant did a survey. The survey was with 247 executives, and here's the response of the survey. 247 executives were surveyed and shared that 73% of core business processes will need to be modernized to meet cost, agility, and new market pressures over the next 24 to 36 months. I'm going to venture out and say that those new market pressures are related to digital transformations in many cases. That pressure that, you know what, people are starting to do things they've never before seen possible. I just interviewed today, and you'll see it next week on a video, a company called Transilio, that when you actually go to a pharmacy and you get a prescription, it can ask permission to send you a series of videos based upon your age, the prescription you just got, your eating habits, your exercise requirements, everything you need because you're taking that medicine and have a diagnosed illness. It's going to give you on a regular basis, with your permission, little 2-minute videos every day that give you instructions on how to move forward. It's a sticky engagement. It's digital transformation at the point of engagement with retail customers. Retail is being transformed everywhere. You know, I just saw a 3D laser scan of the inside of a manufacturing environment in a plant maintenance environment. It was incredibly powerful. The entire shop floor, the plant floor, scanned. So now you know where everything is. You know where the lights are. You know where the pipes are. You know where the electrical lines, the water lines, the air lines. You see where the conveyor belts are. You see the shipping docks. All of that in a laser environment. Well, you can then build upon that and you can do maintenance and services based on that visualized environment. Again, once you historically have been collecting data and adding it to that digital representation of your plant, that gives you, if you're the service contractor, an incredible advantage over anybody else because you have digital information. You have digital scanned, a digital representation of the floor. You have all kinds of tagged information that's context specific on what you've done, who did it, how you did it, what needs to be worked, manufacturing schedules so that you can minimize downtime. All of that is digital and is based on a digital representation of the actual plant environment. Your competition as a service contractor doesn't have that. That gives you incredible opportunities to build service level agreements that are so tight, so specific that no competitor can penetrate that account because you're doing that based on real data, historic data on that particular environment. That's another example of how digital transformation, because you have a digital representation of a physical environment, you now digitize that, you build algorithms, artificial intelligence around it, processes based on historic data. Very powerful. The competitive landscape of 2014 is going to be around data. Your ability to collect data faster, transmit that data faster, analyze that data faster, report on that data faster, and get it out into the hands of the decision makers faster than your competition. Once you have that data and you have digital representation, algorithms, again, context-aware solutions, algorithms, artificial intelligence, machine learning can all be built around that digital representation to help you have productivity gains never before imagined. Now, let's think about that plant that we laser scanned with a 3D scanner so we know what the whole place looks like and what it looks like. Now, let's put on top of that the Internet of Things. Connected, embedded wireless chips connected to little sensors on all the belts, on all the pieces of equipment, on all the materials out there. So you're getting additional information to give you complete situational awareness of hours of operation, the vibration levels of the various machines, the ball bearings, rollers, pins, you name it. All of that has sensors in it that can be sending you little messages to your server that helps identify the status and health of your manufacturing environment. Again, that's more data that if you can process it quicker, faster, better, analyze it, report on it, get it in the hands of decision makers, and then build the artificial intelligence around that. So if vibration levels go up on a particular roller, that's telling you it's probably in need of repair or ball bearings need replaced in that particular pin or roller. Great. Well, that's going to trigger automatically a service order because you have an algorithm that says when you get that kind of alert, automatically establish a service ticket, get somebody scheduled out there when the plant is not operational so you minimize downtime. Again, that's just a quick little example of the power of digital transformation and representing physical assets and physical components in digital representation. With that, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you.